Hello again, and welcome to Music is Medicine Monday. My name is Amy Thiessen of In Resonance Coaching, and as you likely know, I'm here every week talking about voice, communication, expression, and sharing some music with you. Now today, before I begin, I want to remind you that the free masterclass I'm running on May 6th is happening. So this masterclass, called 3 Ways to Embody More Freedom and Confidence in Your Voice, happens on May 6th. There's a link below. And within this class, I'm going to demonstrate 3 exercises that I use with clients a lot that will help you kind of almost instantly connect more to a sense of sovereignty and a sense of tenderness in your voice. And then how you can take these exercises and actually use them, whether you're having a difficult conversation or whether you have to do a public presentation. And so I'll make it really applicable. The other thing I'm going to do in this class is talk about the Embodied Voice program, so that if you're interested in that program, I highly recommend you sign up for the class. Not only are you going to get a sense of what Embodied Voice program is, you're also going to get some bonuses, so sign up. Okay. Now that that's done, I want to talk today about how devotional singing can actually open us to a more embodied voice and a more authentic voice, particularly devotional singing. Now, I use devotion quite a bit in the Embodied Voice program. We do a lot of singing and toning and that sense of connected to devotion. The reason we use devotion is because it creates kind of a sanctuary where whatever we're feeling, whatever we're experiencing, wherever we're at, is safe. Now, I write about this in the blog, which, again, the link's below, and I'm going to talk about it. But before I do, I want to share with you a couple of songs that I chose today because of this sense of devotion. So you might be able to hear it in my voice. I'm a bit tired. It's been a very busy week. I had the privilege of being a part of the Embodied Yoga Summit over the weekend, which was incredible. And it was a lot of work to prepare for that. And I've also been writing papers and a final exam and kind of a bunch going on. And so when I woke up this morning, I'm actually a bit shaky. You know, I'm a bit tired, I'm a bit shaky, I'm a bit raw. And so the songs I chose today are songs of devotion that I chose because I feel connected to them. Because I want to sing them. Because they feel like a safe and a sacred space. So the first one is a gospel song, which I'm sure you'll know, Amazing Grace. And the second one is a mantra, Jai Guru. And the reason I love devotion as a way of singing is because it allows me to take whatever I'm feeling, and instead of trying to sing pretty or perform, to express these emotions, these things that sometimes are difficult to say. So I'll start with Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, we have already come. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've known less days to sing all God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. As I was singing, I was kind of had a flash of something I wrote about in the blog, which is when we sing in devotion, it's not just performative. When we sing in devotion, a big part of it is that we are both offering that which is really true to us, and we're listening. And that's really the piece, is that we're offering whatever amalgamation of emotion and energy and sensation, we're offering it, but we're listening. We're allowing ourselves to be received. And one of the reasons I'm so drawn to mantra is because Sanskrit mantra that I know from yoga and from my practices, and that it doesn't perfectly translate into English. And I feel like our experiences They don't usually perfectly translate into English. And so instead, we take everything that this human life brings and we get to give it to something greater than ourselves. Now, in this mantra, after saying that, I'm going to give a little bit of a translation, but basically the translation is Jai Guru. I'm offering, I want victory for the Guru, for that energy that dispels ignorance and darkness through wisdom and light. To Shiva, our Maheshwara, to that which kind of takes away illusion and allows me to see. To Vishnu, which is the preserver, to this continuity of life. You know, life doesn't always happen the way we want it. It's not always fair, but there's this continuity that's really sacred. And to Brahma, to the creator, to all that arises in existence. And so when I'm singing Jai Guru, I'm really offering my experience to those energies, to that wisdom. And it's not about doing it right, and it's not about getting an exact result. Like if I sing this mantra, then this will happen. But it's offering kind of the experience to an energy and a wisdom, and to allow ourselves to receive that grace, that light, and for it to weave and move through us. And for me to also create that space of like, it's okay to feel this. This is allowed here. This is as exquisite as any other aspect of you. Yeah. Jai Guru. I don't think you guys can hear it, but Molly's snoring very loudly. So she's into it too. Jai Guru Vishnu, Jai Guru Vishnu, Jai Guru Vishnu, Jai Guru Vishnu, Jai 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 Guru, Jai 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 I sing, if there's maybe something that you've been feeling, something that's been stuck. Maybe it's even feeling blank or confused. I wonder if you might allow just the music and the sound to hold you, to create almost a sanctuary where even this, even here, you're allowed. Jai Guru Devo Maheshwara, Jai Guru Devo Maheshwara, Jai Guru Devo Maheshwara, Jai Guru Deva, Jai 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 Guru, Jai 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 Guru, Jai 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 Guru, Jai 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 Guru, Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Jai Jai Guru. Devotional singing is this really sweet space that allows us to kind of create a sanctuary for our body and for our experience, so that even as we're in kind of an experience, we can still express ourselves. You know, even as I speak to you right now, I'm actually a bit shaky. I'm also a bit hungry, but I can feel that. And it's okay, there's space for it. And so it's not pulling me out of the experience, it's actually allowing me to land in the experience. And devotional singing is a really beautiful way to kind of get there. So I wanna describe a little about how, you know, devotional singing brings us into an authentic voice. And to begin, I wanna talk about what embodied voice is. An embodied voice is when we can communicate from a space that is actually moving through and with the body. There's an allowance for our inner state. There's an allowance for our emotions, for our sensations. And not only is there an allowance to, there's an ability to almost connect to. And now when I maybe speak really vulnerably, or if I speak with conviction, if you've ever tried that, you might notice sometimes it's a little tenuous. Yeah, so to be embodied is a simple concept, but to actually kind of allow that to come through, that can take a little bit more care and attention. When I speak of devotion, I think of puppies here. When I speak of devotion, what I am speaking to is our ability to connect to that which is greater and to let it hold us. Yeah? So really sweet devotion is when I can take all that I am and I can offer it to something that is completely and fully accepting of all that I am. And so this isn't about a certain God or a certain experience of what God is. It's about what your experience of what God or grace is. That which is all loving, that which is all accepting. And so you can offer your experience to that which loves and accepts you completely. I know in this work, a lot of people tell me how, their idea of God, it's actually being tainted. Maybe there was a lot of guilt growing up or a lot of dogma. And so I really invite you to look at devotion not as an idea of God or grace that's been given to you, but to something, an energy that truly is completely loving and completely accepting of you. Yeah? And once we define kind of what that is, whether that's nature or whether that's a sense of universal connection, then when we sing in devotion, we're actually creating a dialogue. And this dialogue has two really important pieces, yeah? One is that we're expressing ourselves really honestly, but also we are listening very deeply. We are listening. And so it's about both of those. It's not trying to prove, it's not performing, but it's about offering our truth and listening to that energy that loves us and holds us. Devotional singing creates this alchemy, where not only do we experience the benefits of singing, which are real and physiological, it regulates our nervous system. Yeah, it helps us integrate the hemispheres of our mind. But we also create this sense of connection to being authentic in our voice, to being honest, and to receiving ourselves in that honesty. So through this singing, through our devotion, through our mantra, through our prayer, through our experience of allowing, we learn to kind of hold a container where we are allowed. Which means that hopefully as we practice this, we can actually take that skill and we can communicate in the world because we believe that we are allowed. We know that we are allowed to have our experience and we learn how to listen. So it's not just about me having my experience and saying what I need to say. It's about me meeting this moment and this experience and honoring what I need to say while I listen to what is being offered in the environment around me. So that is how devotional singing really helps us embody our voice. I'm laughing. I don't know if you can hear it, but I have a dog that is barking over here that would like out. So I'm going to end it here because she is embodying her voice right now. I hope that this helps you understand kind of how we can tap into devotion and use it to sense a more authentic voice. And of course, if you want to learn more about this, please join me on May 6th for the free masterclass. I'm really excited to share some of these techniques. And the Embodied Voice program, which is coming up at the end of May, which includes a lot of this kind of regulation through the somatic system and devotion and singing and sound. So again, thank you guys always so much for joining me. I hope you have the most beautiful week, and I will see you again next week. Thank you.